What's happening, guys? Silent Mike, Super Trend Jim Mark Bell's Powercast here, checking in another Q&A. Silent Mike 2Ks on Instagram and Twitter. Let's get started. Is there any lifts or exercises that could help strengthen joints and ligaments? It's kind of hard to strengthen a joint per se, but if you strengthen, I guess, ligaments, tendons, muscles surrounding that surrounding that joint, you will strengthen that joint. There's been some research, and some people think Louis Simmons talks about it. Recently been hanging out and talking to James Smith. He talks about it. He calls it kind of strength aerobics, where you're trying to train in a different energy system while you're lifting weights. So doing things past higher reps, really high reps, slow and controlled, kind of exhausting the muscle of oxygen, and that may help train ligaments and tendons a little bit stronger. So very light loads, 20 to 30%, sets of maybe even 30 to 50, slow and controlled kind of tempo style. Do you train following day after a meet, or do you take a couple days off? After a meet, typically I recommend most people take some time off. It's kind of up to you whether you totally take time off or you just kind of train around 40%. Actually, going back to the last question, something like that, strength aerobics would be a good time to hit that is after a meet, where you're not going to necessarily feel your same after a meet for a couple weeks. So might as well work on rebuilding, finding some bar path, working on your technique with some lighter weights, and also strengthening those ligaments, tendons, and building up work capacity that way. GPP, General Physical Preparedness. My boy, JP Carroll. Tips, tricks on getting glutes to fire. Activating your glutes is a common thing. It's commonly talked about, but maybe not commonly done. It's a little bit like mobility and just general warm-up. This is something I've actually been working on a little bit more now that I've had some back pain, in the last, 3 years and some issues. So one major one is just to warm up good. So I use the hip circle, I'll walk around. Maybe I'll do a whole video on glute activation before my lower body days. But I'll do a lot of body weight like hip thrusts, single leg, double leg, good mornings with a band, even with a barbell, stiff legs, kettlebell swings. And you can do all those exercises with the hip circle on. So I have a little circuit routine I've been doing on lower body days where I'll hip circle, I'll do some hip thrusts, first double leg for higher reps, some single leg stuff. This is all body weight basically, because you're really just trying to feel that muscle, get some mind muscle connection in there, really kind of feel it, and then go on with your lifting. What is your opinion on microplates? Are they bro science, or you just need to train harder, gain more weight, or is there some truth to them? I'm not sure if you just mean 1 pound plates or something, or little smaller increments. I don't think it's bro science or whatever at all. It can definitely be useful. I do a lot of my coaching on percentages. So when you squat 800 pounds, a 5 pound jump or 2.5 is fine. But if you only bench 100 pounds, that's, a 5% jump. That could be a big deal. So they can be useful, I think, if you're kind of a beginner or wanting to be that accurate, I guess. We have a bunch of retweets or answer this question, so I'm scrolling up to find it. Miss Amanda Bucci herself, the one only, asks, ever consider entering a bikini competition? And I'm glad you asked, Amanda, because I would really like to announce, guys, that after this deadlift competition I have coming up, and after I finish my cut that I'm currently in, that I'm gonna go into prep and compete in my first bikini competition. I'd like to announce that Miss Amanda Bucci is going to be my posing and diet coach for that competition. I really hope to bring my best package to the stage. I'm excited for my new bikini sponsor, Slingshot Bikinis. You can Google that. And I'm excited for the future. Can you apply conjugate to different styles of lifting? Not sure what you mean by different styles of lifting. If you're meaning weightlifting, CrossFit, strongman, yes, 100%. Conjugate is actually kind of a mixture of two different weightlifting programs that Louis Simmons mixed into one. Well, I guess conjugate itself is a weightlifting program, and then West Side, Louis Simmons kind of mixed into one. But I personally actually feel that a conjugate type method is even more applicable and better for other sports, almost other than powerlifting, although it can work for powerlifting as well. I think it fits something like strongman, weightlifting, CrossFit, even general athletics, football players, basketball players, baseball, etc. Better. It fits very well. Ever thought about weightlifting, or Olympic lifting, you called it? Yes, I like weightlifting a lot. I've thought about it many times. I'll maybe dabble, but it's not. I just think it's too late. I have a fairly big ego, and not that I'm some world record powerlifter, but I get frustrated easily, and I don't like sucking, and I know it'll almost be years of sucking and weightlifting before I'm efficient at it, so that'll be hard. Bracing tips with a belt. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to shit myself in the bottom of the hole. This is a common feeling. This is kind of maybe, I guess, semi-right sensation, but one tip would be to wear the belt a little bit looser so you can almost slip your hand inside. If you can slip your hand inside and then you kind of fill up your torso and press down into that belt, that can help a little bit. It won't necessarily help you shit yourself or not shit yourself, but it'll feel good. That's kind of the sensation you want of finding tightness. Has creatine helped you at all? I don't know. I've been taking it consistently now for a couple weeks. I have no idea. How do you feel, help prevent that lactic acid build up feeling in the low back when doing squat sessions? Like a pump? I think what you're talking about, lactic acid stuff, like real lactic acid, like training and hurting, will happen with like ridiculous or more ridiculously high reps, and like time under tension. But if you're getting too much of a pump, make sure you're hydrated for one. Sometimes you're eating too much carbs. Sometimes also you're just warming up too fast. Maybe take a little bit longer breaks in between. And then sometimes it's because you're detrained. Your low back's not strong enough. You're not bracing right. That's it for this one, guys. I'm out of here. Subscribe. Like that video. If it helped you guys at all, please, I appreciate the support. Just give it a like. I'm out of here. Until the next one.